Hello everyone, today I want to show you how to change existing airport by yourself in Explain. So download the World Editor, Google it, I'll put all this link in there, and here instead of the latest version, get the beta version, which is 2.0. Okay, download it for your operating system. There's been a lot of improvement made to this one, including it's 64-bit and has a lot of new features. And the installation is straightforward. Unzip the file, and then you'll find that the executable is inside it, and run it, and that's all you need to do. So when first time you'll run it, it'll ask you for your explain directory. So that's on top, that's where I have it. And once you do that, it will automatically get all your custom airports from the custom library. And today the airports we want to do doesn't exist here, so you just click new, give it a name, and I'll give it the airport code VGHS. So this will create a folder for you. Click open, and here you'll have to import it from the gateway. So that's file, imported from the gateway, and this is downloading all the airports, indexes. Type in the one, and there you go, it'll show up there. And what you'll do is it'll show you many versions of it. Always get the latest one that is recommended. And this is kind of a requirement if you want to submit it back to the gateway with the fixes. So here it downloaded all the airport, and so you just see the barebone airport. What you can do is in this feature, in this version of WED, there is a way to add the orthophoto overlay. So go to View, Sleepy Map, and then you have to use the S3 imagery. You cannot use Google due to licensing, but S3 is allowing WED to use it as an overlay, so you can trace and place things on top accordingly. So there are a few things I'm going to do today, and I'm going to remove all the static aircraft. I'm going to upgrade the terminal and fix some of the taxiways. So here's a static aircraft. We don't want the static aircraft because this is the old way of creating the airport. The new way is to put the ramp start so that it gets populated automatically. So what I'll do is on the right side are all the objects you have in the airport. So when I type in aircraft, it will show all the static aircraft in this airport. So you can simply just select all of them and click delete, and that will get rid of all the static aircraft from the airport. So they're all gone. So next is the taxiway. I'll fix some of the taxiway we have in here. So right now the taxiways are not named correctly, but if you look at the Navigraph, you can see what they should be. So right now they're all defaulted to N, and that should really be Sierra, and then Golf, Hotel, Sierra, Victor. So you'll have to go to each of them and just rename them. And once you do this, software like Pilot to ATC and others would start using the correct taxi names. So the other thing I'll want to do is update the terminal. The current terminal is using an old model, and since then, Lebanon released these new models. So in VGHS, the main terminal is brick reddish. So let's go and replace the existing one with that. So what you'll do is select the existing one, and you'll need two of them. because the terminal is now divided into ground and upper. So let's select the entire terminal and make a duplicate. So there you go. I have created the duplicate of the terminal. And what I'll do is, in order to distinguish them, one of them I'll call them base, and the other one I'll keep them as is. And what we have to do is the resources we have there, we just need to update that with the latest. So this is the name of the latest resource. So I'll just copy it and then go back to the old one and update the resource name. So that's the ground. And now we need to do the same for the upper floor. So get rid of this. The only reason I drew this one was to get the name of the Lego. Okay, so that's the ground floor, and now we want to just to show you like the correlationship between the Legos and the name. Now it's a terminal building. We want to do the same. So first, find the terminal level 4, and then go and create a sample somewhere. So from the sample, copy the name of the resource, and then go back to the original one. And remember, we created a duplicate, so one should be on top of the other. So there, see, you can find the other one laying beneath. So take the name, copy it, come to the existing one and replace it. So it will no longer be modern 3. And that takes care of upgrading the terminal. Next, what we want to do is we want to upgrade the taxiway and the runway. So the runway, as you see, is off the center, and the new WED now tells you that compared to the official data. So first, when you click on the runway, you will have the opportunity to update the metadata. Like the name, the height, all that. And then once you click on the runway, see, I can change the shoulder if I want to, or the surface, and the type of PAPI lights, approach lights, and everything. Now, when you select the airport, you can say update metadata. This is very useful because you'll go to the internet and update the metadata of this airport with the latest. So once you're done, you want to save it, and then you want to export the dat file. And export target is important because if you make it airport scenario gateway, it has the most strict validation. So when I'm trying to export it, it'll tell you that there's a lot of problem with this airport that needs to be fixed. So first of all, the name of the airport is too long. They recommend using INT instead of international. And the word airport is redundant. So error must be dealt with, otherwise you will not be able to export. Warning, you can keep them. So here is the problem. The runway is off the center of the real data. So fix is pretty simple actually. Just dragging and dropping it. That circle is where the middle of the runway needs to be. So here we have to fix the taxi, the pavement, the aprons. So what I'll do is I'll simply remove a bunch of these. So WED is not liking it. There's all this overlapping polygon. So at this time I'm just removing it and keeping it as one type of apron there. And that should, there you go. It removed all the errors. So now I should be able to export the airport and see how it looks. So what you'll have to do is the directory that was created, you'll go in there and then you'll need a folder called appdet. So let's look at an existing one. So it needs to be called earth data. So go back to the new folder, create a new folder called earth data, and inside this call it appdet. Yeah. Okay, and then the final thing is export the scenery back. The final thing I want to do is update the tower area. So I'm looking for a building. So there's a building model, and these are all added to 1130. And this is where I want to place the building to match how it is. So as you see, there's a tower, there's a little building. But we want to get rid of the existing building, that's this one. And remember here, I'm just doing a quick and dirty for the demonstration. When I do this for real, I'll spend a lot more time doing the traces correctly. Okay, just put the new building, and then you can automatically make it a perfect square with this tool. And if you want, you can change the height. And then let's place a tower. All right, I'll save and export it. And now let's take a look how it looks in the simulator with all these changes we have done. There you go. That's the new VGHS. The terminal looks different, the tower looks different, all the static aircrafts are gone. And this is something I have spent like 15-20 minutes or so to do. Again, WED is very easy for anybody to pick up, and I would recommend starting with a smaller airport to get some practice and then start doing bigger ones. Alright, have fun.